The Equalizer is currently in its third season with new episodes airing Sundays on CBS. And joining me now is actor Adam Golberg, who stars as Harry in this series. Adam, how are you?
I'm fine. How are you doing?
I'm good. All right, let's just start with this. Provide me with some insight into who your character is and his role within the show.
Well, Harry, very loosely, he's a hacker, and he was a hacker who had divulged some, leaked some secret documents before the show ever begins. And, for a while he was in hiding, and now he's really just an instrumental part of the team that includes Queen and Lisa Lupira, and we try and get justice for those who can't otherwise get justice. And, my skill set, obviously comes in handy.
Yeah, I love your character. Now tell me, what's it been like for you being a part of this main cast for the last few seasons?
It's been great. We began in a very strange time. We began late in 2020, so it was really in the throes of the pandemic. We're one of the few shows that were sort of up and running, and so that was a very strange and somewhat inauspicious way to work. But obviously over time we've all gotten to know each other quite well, and it's just it's really nice to have a honestly to have a job to go to every day, and be on a show that people are watching, and to be doing it with good people.
Yeah, for sure. Now there's a brand new episode this Sunday, and one of the main storylines deals with your character reconnecting with his faith. So what can you tell me about that and beyond with this episode?
Yeah, it's a little less, I guess, it's kind of nuanced, less about him connecting with his faith, more connecting with his sort of Jewish background, which is kind of a distinction. There have been a spate of anti-Semitic attacks in his old neighborhood. And, this kind of triggers a lot of, personal issues for him as a half Jewish guy, for one, and also as someone who had left that neighborhood after his mother had abandoned him when he was younger. And so he's grappling both with, these kind of familial issues on the one hand, and also with, straight up anti-Semites on the other. And, it's a pretty heavy episode, and it deals with a subject matter which I think is, really essential that it be exposed in a mainstream way. So I'm really proud of the episode.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, with that being said, your character is Jewish in the show, but also I know that in real life your father is Jewish. So does it hold any special importance to you to be able to represent this on screen?
Oh yeah, no, it definitely does. It's a very similar sort of situation. Harry Kashigian, he's half Armenian, he's half Jewish. I'm half Jewish, half pretty much everything else you can imagine. I've sort of had similar struggles in my life, sort of grappling with, what it means to be a non-practicing, person who is largely identified as Jewish, who's played a lot of Jewish characters, who's dealt with a lot of anti-Semitism, particularly in the last few years. I eventually quit Twitter. I have a folder in my iPhone of screenshots that's called Nazis, and which just replete with pretty horrifying imagery that's been sent to me. It's been a cause that's been close to my heart, but also something about which I've been sort of ambivalent about being a sort of mouthpiece for. But I think as I sort of get older, it's been more important for me to really embrace it. And it's interesting because that's sort of what this character is doing in the show.
Yeah, absolutely. I think representation is so important, and it's interesting that you have so much personal connection to it. Now, Adam, I'm also curious, for those that have not yet tuned into The Equalizer, why should they add this show to their personal watch list?
Because I'm on it. I can't think of really a better reason. Look, if you want to see Queen Latifah kicking ass, then it's definitely worth your time. That in and of itself. That's what sold me on doing it. So,
Absolutely. Well, Adam, it's been such a pleasure speaking with you. Thank you so much. For all of our viewers, you can catch him in The Equalizer Sundays on CBS, or catch up on the entire series now on Paramount+. Thanks, Adam.
Thank you.